Welcome to the tutorial for exit ticket 1.04, measuring length. Our first question is point M is the midpoint, I've already set that up, of segment AB. I've gone ahead and set that up for us as well. Segment AM equals 3x plus 3, and AB equals 8x minus 6. Since M is the midpoint, we know that AM and MB are equal, but they want to know what is the segment AM. So we're going to need to do a little bit of math here. So we know that 2 times AM, which is 3x plus 3, is equal to the entire segment of AB, which is 8x minus 6. Now we're going to go ahead and distribute that 2. So we have 2 times 3, which is 6x, plus 2 times 3, which is just 6, is equal to 8x minus 6. Now we need to change some sides around, get them on different teams. I want all of my x's on the same teams and all of my constants on the same team. So I'm going to say I've got my 6 on this side. I'm going to go ahead and add my other 6 to this side. Notice that it's a negative 6, so when it changes teams, it becomes a positive 6. Now I've got 8x over on this side. I want to bring my 6x to the other team or the other side. It's a positive, so it's going to become a negative. Now I can add 6 plus 6, and I can say 8x minus 6x's gives me just my 2x's. When I divide, I notice that x is worth 6. Now I'm going to go ahead and take AM. That's what they want to know the value of. So I'm going to say 3 times x, which is 3 times 6, plus 3. Pulling up my handy dandy calculator if I need to, says that that is equal to 21. If you need to re-watch that part of the video, please click rewind. Next question, what is the length of segment TW? So a couple things I want to point out here. Number one, we have segment TW, which is right here. We also have these 2 tick marks. These are called tick marks. That tells me that this segment of the line and this segment of the line are equal to each other. So all I have to do is say 16 plus 16, which is, yes, you've got it, 32. Nice work. Next question, what is the distance between points T and S? Well, I'm just going to make my life easy here. I want to know the difference between T and S, which is the distance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, well, 14 minus negative 2. Now I've got parentheses here, so I need to distribute that negative. Negative times negative 2 becomes a positive 2. So now I can say 14 plus 2 equals 16, and the distance between point T and S is 16 units. Distance is never negative. We never go backwards in distance, right? Okay, which 2 segments have the same length? We've got a couple of different segments here. I have VW, I have WX, I have XY, and I have YZ. Now we can do the math and add these tick marks in each of these. One of the things that I notice right away is that this is much smaller than all of the other ones, or much shorter. So let's count this one up to 8. Go ahead and count this one up. 7. And that leaves us with only 1. 8. So that means that VW is equal or the same as YZ. Z. Nice work there. All right, M is between points C and Q. Ooh, okay, so I've got 3 points set up already for us. We're going to say that M, let me change my color here, M is between points C and Q. There's C, and here's Q. All right, it doesn't tell us that M is the midpoint, so we know that it's not in the middle. It also tells us that the distance between C and M is 17. So let's go ahead and put that 17 units. And the distance between C and Q. Ooh, that's all this entire spot right here. So the entire distance is 21. I want to know what is MQ. So I'm looking for this length right here. So I know that this is 17 and I know that this whole entire thing is 21. So I'm going to say 21 minus or subtract 17, and I find out that the measure of MQ is 16. Nice work. If you have any questions, send me a text or an email or give me a call.